grab your list of adjectives that we had written there, whether you had it on your computer or you had it in your notebook or something, have that handy. We're going to try to do some interactive questions here on Pear Deck. Similar to what I did with the last group. I'm just going to do some basic questions. There you go, Emily, just like that. We're just going to do some basic questions, a little bit of practice with this. I think that we might be able to finish up a little early, depending on how quickly the questions go. Especially if it looks like we just have even Emily and Sailor here. It might go a little more quickly, but if you guys can find that list of the adjectives that we had, I know that I had you guys like divide them into 4 separate categories. You don't necessarily need that unless you had that connected to the same list. But as long as you've got, we're going to deal a little bit more with kind of what the definitions are. So also the agreement and the definitions, but if you have that whole list, they're all there together. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and we'll get started here. I'm going to share my screen and set up the Pear Deck and then just have you guys go there. Open a new tab, go to joinpd.com. Here, let me share the screen. If you'll go to joinpd.com, let me go here. I'm going to move this out of the way. And then I'll have the code there for you here in a sec. Okay. That's different. Never seen that message before. Email us, sorry. There we go, here it comes. Okay, new tab, joinpd.com, and then throw that code in, EOMGU. Morning, Elizabeth. All right, so let me, I don't think I want to open my teacher dashboard. Let's just go. Okay, so obviously nothing to do there on that first screen. Let me move you guys out of the way for a second. Minimize this. So nothing to do there on that first screen. Like I said, I'm gonna throw you a question, multiple choice questions, for example, like this. So I'm gonna give you the word aburrido. You're just gonna find the meaning, click it for me, okay? We're gonna deal with meanings, then we're gonna deal with agreement, and then we're gonna kind of put the two together and do a little bit of interaction stuff. I don't have all of the words on there. I just selected some of the words from your list to give us a little bit of practice with this, with these describing words, to give you guys a little chance to interact with it here. So let's go, like, let me put up on the screen while you guys are answering. Here are our answer this is what our answers are, choices: delicious, weak, thin, boring, nice. We can see we got 3 of us in there with aburrido is boring. That's your answer. Okay, very simple. We're just gonna select the answer that we think it is. Use your notes if you need to. If you don't need to, that's fine as well. But hopefully, you'll be able to pick those out, and then we'll find the correct answer. Guys, if you over the course of this, as we go, if you have the wrong answer, I'm going to re-guide you and stuff. Just go ahead and refix it so that, like, if we had one person that chose A, after we get the right answer, if you'll fix it, yeah, like that, switch that over to, there you go, just like that. Now, if I lock you guys out, I may lock your screens for a second, but then I'll unlock so we can do that again. Okay. Okay, bueno. So aburrido was boring, right? What is verde? Five, four, three, two, one. Locking you out. Verde. Here we go. Very good. Verde is green. So verde, verde is green. I only threw one other color there. That's one of the first ones that we did with just our 11 colors, but I tried to throw some variety in there. What's blonde? Okay, we're going the other way now. So I'm giving you the English word. See if you can find the Spanish. Five, four, three, dos, uno. All right, so blonde is, we got a couple of differences here. So is one of the two is correct. Is blonde rubio or is it bonito? Let's see if we can make a fix. We're 3 and 3. There we go. Rubio is winning, and that is correct. Rubio. So yeah, there you go. There you go. Rubio. Blonde is rubio. I always find blonde to be a little confusing because rubio, ruby, red makes me think of red hair. It can be a little confusing sometimes, but it's not. It's blonde. Okay, let's try this. So what's the word for mean? Five, four, three, dos, uno. Lock them out. Mean is antipático. Very good. Antipático. So mean is, if you think about these words in pairs, a lot of these words are opposite pairs, like tall, short, funny, boring, nice, and mean. So the word for nice is C, simpático, and D is antipático. It's literally the opposite of nice. That's how we say mean in Spanish. So simpático and antipático. Again, remember, one of the things that we talked about last time was kind of trying to find some little key or some little image or some little memory or something in your head that helps you to spark that. If you can just think about like simpático, antipático, because they're so similar. One of the two is going to be nice, the other one is mean, and then it's just a matter of remembering which is which. All right, let's try. Let's hide your responses here. Let's try this one. Comigo. Comico is easy. Comico is one of those, well, not easy, but it's one of those cognates where it looks pretty similar to what it is. 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's see how we're doing. Comico is, indeed, it is funny. So again, thinking about that idea of the concept of the cognate, where something, the Spanish word and the English word are similar. We're thinking of comic. There you go. That's how we put those two together. And that happens a lot, where you can make an educated guess as to what you think the word is, because there's a corresponding relationship between the words in Spanish and in English. So comico is funny. Let's hide that. Let's try. I think I have 3 more of these. Azul. Azul. What is azul? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. So azul is, very good. It is blue. I threw all 6 or all 5 colors there for your options. And again, just trying to find the one that matches up. Azul is blue. Very good. Let's try this. Okay, this is going to be, let me lock you for just a second, or talk to you for just a second. So this is going to be a little different. Now you got to look at the picture, obviously. Make a decision as to which word would you use. And then you also need to think about agreement. So las uvas son means the grapes are. Which word would we choose to go with it? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Las uvas son. Okay, so let's hide the response for just a sec. So las uvas son. The color is what we're looking for there. So that gets us to purple, morado. But then we have to decide, are we going to use morado, morada, morados, or moradas? So the 4 different options of the word, depending on the word that it's modifying. So let's go back and look at your question again. So we know that this word is las uvas, the grapes. Are the grapes masculine or feminine? And are they singular or plural? So we always look at that first word, either el, los, or las. We also know that it ends with as. It's feminine and it's plural. So let's go back and look at our answer choices. Morado, morada, morados, moradas. That one, the correct answer there is D, moradas. So it's las uvas, and then moradas is the word that goes with it. It's all as stuff. Everything is feminine and plural. So moradas. Whoever that is on A, switch your answer over to C or D for me. Las uvas son moradas. Let me unlock you. Sorry. Las uvas son moradas. There we go. Okay. So with this type of question, we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to give you that little picture there. I want you to think of number 1, which is the word that I need to use? But then number 2, which way do I need to make it match up? Or how do I change the word to be either masculine or feminine? Or how do I make the word agree singular or plural? I either add an S or an ES to it like we've practiced. Okay. Let's try this. La estudiante es. Which word would fit with the sentence La estudiante es? Think about what kind of a student it is. Think about if it's 1 or 2, is it masculine or feminine? Find the word that matches. Five, 4, tres, dos, uno. There we go. So answer choices here: inteligente, inteligenta, inteligentes, inteligentas. So I'm trying to get you guys to go back and think about what we talked about with the agreement. So let's look at, first of all, let's look at, is the thing being described, in this case, the student, is it masculine or feminine? La estudiante, that's feminine. Okay. Now, is it singular or plural? Is it one student or two? It's one, it's singular. So it's feminine and singular. So from our answer choices, inteligente or inteligenta, remember what we said, we only have to change to an A if the original word ends with an O. So in the original word is just inteligente. It doesn't change to an A. So correct answer there is just going to be A, inteligente. We don't need to change it to inteligenta or two of them inteligentas. It's just inteligente. That's our option there. We only have to change to an A if we start out with an O, a word that ends with O, like alto would become alta, or altos, or altas. But when it ends with an E, it just stays the same. Now, if we had two students, we would make it inteligentes. But because we have one, we leave it as inteligente. All right, let's try and do this. Las muchachas son. Which word would go with that? Which word would finish that sentence off? Las muchachas son. Five, four, three, two, one. All right, let's take a look here. So las muchachas son. We're going to say that they're blonde. So now we have to decide which version of the word blonde, rubio, are we going to use. Rubio, rubia, rubios, rubias. So the girls are we describing the girls or the hair? We're describing the hair, but we're really just saying, we're not saying the hair is blonde. We're saying the girls are blonde. So it's las muchachas. Because it's las muchachas, we got to make it rubia, and then we got to make it plural with rubias. So very good. Las muchachas son rubias. Muy bien. Okay, here we go. Las estrellas son. So now instead of las muchachas, now we got stars. Which word would fit? We're looking for the version of blue that would match. Five, four, tres, dos, uno. Okay, let's take a look. So las estrellas son, the stars are. Las estrellas son, the stars are. So we're going to say that they're blue. The base word is azul. So do we say it as azul, azula, azulas, azules? Again, yes, we know that las estrellas, we know that it's feminine, but it's also plural. But we do not change the masculine word azul to azula because it doesn't end with an O. So it just stays with azul. Then we add the ES to make it plural. Very good with azules. Correct answer there. D. Las estrellas son azules. Bueno, so las estrellas son azules. Here we go. Let's try. Give me a picture. Now, this would be the first sentence that we did. Las uvas son moradas. Las uvas son moradas. Can you remember what that picture was? Draw me a picture that represents that sentence. Las uvas son moradas. I'm going to give you about 45 seconds here. Las uvas son moradas. Okay, 30 seconds. There we go. So las uvas son moradas. Let's see our responses. Let's see what we got here. Las uvas son moradas. Perfect. Las uvas. Las uvas is grapes. Moradas, purple. Las uvas son moradas. There we go. Okay, let's unlock us. Bueno, let's try, hide that. Let's try this one. So the other sentence. El estudiante es inteligente. This time, just translate it. Tell me straight what you think it means. El estudiante es inteligente. Oops, sorry, my bad. I want to do this. On your clock here. El estudiante es inteligente. Five, four, three, two, one. El estudiante es inteligente. Let's unlock. So the student is intelligent or smart, either one. The student is intelligent. Very good. So now this answer, the male student is smart. Technically, that's true too, because with the question, el estudiante, we know that el is masculine. So this is actually a male student. Okay, let's do a little bonus question here. Let's put your responses back up. We're going to take the same sentence, except this time, what happens to the sentence? How would you change your translation if it's two students? If it's two students, how would you change this sentence if it's talking about two people instead of one? I'm not saying translate it. I'm just saying change the sentence as you see it on the screen. If it's two people instead of one. So instead of the student is smart or intelligent, what if it's the students are smart or intelligent? I'm going to throw responses so you can kind of see what people are doing. So change the Spanish sentence. Don't write it in English. I don't want you to write it in English. I want you to change the Spanish sentence so that it talks about two students. What would we say? If you need a little help, look at what people are doing. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so el estudiante becomes los estudiantes. Es becomes son, is becomes are. And then our word inteligente, you got to make it plural because it's now talking about two people. So inteligentes. Los estudiantes son inteligentes. Very good. Muy bien. So los estudiantes son inteligentes, which is very true, by the way. Okay, let's do this. Another picture here. Remember this sentence that we did? Las muchachas son rubias. Remember that picture? See if you can draw me a picture that represents that sentence. Las muchachas son rubias. "20 seconds. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Las muchachas son rubias. Let's take a look. Las muchachas son rubias. Very good. Everybody used your yellow to indicate some sort of blonde hair. Very good. So las muchachas son rubias. The girls are blonde. That's really good. Las muchachas son rubias. There we go. Las muchachas son rubias. There we go. Excelente. So the girls are blonde. Not blondes, but just blonde. Las muchachas son rubias. Very good. Excelente. Okay, couple more here. Let's try this. So translate. So this was the next sentence that we did. Las estrellas son azules. Las estrellas son azules. Remember the picture? Think about what the picture was for that. Las estrellas son azules. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cero. Las estrellas son azules. The stars are blue, the stars are blue, the stars are blue, the stars are blue. The blazing ball of fire billions of miles away are blue, Yud. Yes, las estrellas son azules. There you go. So las estrellas son azules. Let's do the same thing that we did the last time here. So our original sentence there is las estrellas son azules. Now, I want you to go back and change your answer, but this time we're not going to translate. What would happen if we're talking about one star instead of star? We're saying the star is blue. How would that sentence change? Again, don't translate it. Just change the Spanish sentence to so that it says the star is blue. How would we do that? Let's throw your responses in so you can see what people are doing. The star is blue instead of the stars are blue. Very good. So las estrellas becomes la estrella. Son goes back to es. Azules goes back to azul. We take the ES off because now we're just singular. So la estrella es azul. Very good. Excelente. Bueno, okay, un más. One more. Okay, let's try this. So you have 4 different options here. Just take your pencil or your marker, draw the words, connect them to the blank that they fit with. El estudiante es, la estudiante es, los estudiantes son, las estudiantes son. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's see how we're doing here. So let's overlay like so. Oop, not overlay. So el estudiante es trabajador. That one is correct. La estudiante es trabajadora. That's a feminine student. Los estudiantes son trabajadores. Las estudiantes son trabajadoras. Very good. So that one goes there. 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 Excelente. Okay. Very good. Okay. Muy bien. Okay, so let's hide our responses for a sec. So let's do this. Now we're going to talk about ourselves a little bit. So I'm going to ask you a new question here. I'm going to give you a new response. I want you to say, yo soy, I am, yo soy. And then I want you to think of 3 words to describe yourself. Okay, I want you to think of 3 words that you can use to describe yourself. It might be physically what you look like, or it might also be your personality, what your personality is. Okay, now remember, if you're a guy, you're going to use the descriptive word in masculine form. If you're a girl, you're going to do it in feminine form. Okay, so let's do this. Let me give you a simple writing text question. So give me 3 words to describe yourself. Yo soy blank, blank, y blank. What? I don't know. It's probably a pizza. Go look. Okay, 3 words. Let's see what we got here. Very good. Bueno, yo soy, for example, like, yo soy castaña, simpática, débil. Or simpático, divertido, normal. Very good. Bueno, okay, let me lock you guys out for a sec. Well, actually, I don't need to lock you out. Let's do the same thing. I'm going to give you a new prompt. So this time, we're going to use the phrase yo no soy. I'm not. I want you to think of three things that you're not. So essentially things that you would not use to describe yourself. Okay, here we go. Let's do the same thing. Except this time use the phrase yo no soy. Yo no soy. Yo no soy. All right, let's take a look here and see how we're doing. Yo no soy aburrido, fuerte, pelirrojo, no soy rubia, no soy fuerte, no soy vieja, no soy barato, no soy amargo, no soy antiguo, no soy delgada, no soy alta, no soy rubia. Muy bien. Okay, so three things that we are, three things that we're not. Okay, let's change this up a little bit. Now I want you to describe two people. Okay, two people. So one of them is going to be you, and one of them is going to be someone else in the room, in the chat here. So it's going to be like we are, whatever. Okay. So you're going to use the phrase somebody, yo. Like if it's Mr. Stone King, you could say Mr. Stone King, yo. And then you're going to use three words to say that we are. You're going to find an adjective that matches for both of them times three. So I might say, for example, Kaylee y yo. Somos, S-O-M-O-S for R. Kaylee y yo somos inteligentes, bajos, morenos, whatever it might be. And again, you have to think about this though. So use the phrase so-and-so y yo somos, and then three words. If both the people being described are feminine, you're going to use feminine plural. If one is feminine and one is masculine, you're going to use the masculine plural. Okay? So let's think about this. Let me give you a new prompt here. So start your sentence off again with so-and-so y yo somos. And then come up with three words to describe you.
What do we start it out with?
Well, started off with whoever's name, yo. Like if it's Joe, you would say Joe, yo, Joe and I. You can use anybody else that's in the chat. You can use me. You can use Mrs. Jacket. You can use anybody you want, or you can use another student as well. Elizabeth.
How do you spell yo?
Let's see. Right there. So, for example, Eve yo. Senor Stone King yo. Or M yo. Kaylee yo. There we go. Now finish that off with three adjectives, three describing words, and make them agree. Make them both masculine and plural or feminine and plural. No. Don't use something like conocer como hablar. Don't use Google Translate. I want you to use three words off your list. All we're doing is making them match up. You can't say that we're friends. Y yo estamos amigas. I don't want to use friends. I want to use 3 words off your list and then make them agree, make them plural. So use like alto or rubio. There you go. Castañas, for example. So Kaylee y yo, if we're going to use divertida, we got to make it plural because it's describing 2 people, you and Kaylee. So make it like divertidas, inteligentes, etc. Make it plural. There you go. Same thing with like if you're going to use extraña and buena, make them plural. Extrañas, buenas. So we have like Kaylee y yo, we have divertidas, that's 2 feminine. So divertidas, we have inteligentes, and we have fuertes. Perfecto. Castañas, extrañas, buenas. Extrañas y buenas. Very good. Okay, I'm going to finish you guys up here. So last one, we got about 3 minutes here. We don't need to use all 3. Last one. So I want you to make me, I'm here, let me lock your screen for a sec. So this time I want you to choose a famous person or people, a music group or an actor or something that people will recognize. Okay, I want you to make 1 sentence about that person or people. Either, again, let's give the name, for example, Joe Ace, and then use one of your words. Or if it's 2 people or multiple people, like if it's a band, use like, use your adjective to describe them, either what they look like or how they act, something that's either physical or personality, and make your sentence with it. Okay, let's do this. Let me unlock your screens. Let's do this last little thing, new prompt. Same thing, type me a sentence. Choose somebody famous or somebody recognizable and make me a sentence about that person or those people. Okay, let's do these up. Let's see how we're looking. Perfecto. Kevin Hart es bajo y cómico. Perfect. The Beatles are interesting. El Beatles es interesantes. That's good because the Beatles are plural. It's a group. So we have to use interesantes. We have to make it plural. Billie Eilish es cómica. Yeah. Oh no. Zac Efron. I actually like Zac Efron. Sí, sí, es calvo. Sí, es guapo. Zac Efron es guapo. Okay, there we go. So very simple sentence to talk about somebody using our adjective, making it agree. Bueno. Okay. Last thing that you're going to do, you're going to continue the same sentence that you have, but I want you to also add either no ace or no son. So leave the sentence that you have and then come up with one other thing that they're not. So for example, Zac Efron es guapo, then you're going to say like no ace, use the opposite word. No ace feo, for example. Okay. Finish your sentence off by saying no ace and then something that goes the opposite of what you've already used. Find the opposite word or words that you use to describe your person. And just don't erase what you already have, just add to it. Perfecto. I don't know how we're going to change the Rock es calvo. And yeah, I know how you can do it. Kevin Hart es bajo y cómico. No es pobre. Zac Efron, no es feo. That's the opposite of guapo. Perfecto. Yeah, no es débil. The Rock, no es débil. The Beatles son interesantes, no son aburridos. Billie Eilish es cómica, no es pobre. Okay, I don't know about pobre for Kevin Hart and for Billie. Well, technically speaking, I guess because they're music stars, I would say they're probably not pobre. I don't know if I would give pobre as an opposite to comica for Billie Eilish, but that does fit. Okay, let's finish this out. I'm going to lock you guys out here. Muy bien. So let's go. I'm going to end the screen here. You guys can sign out of that. And I'm going to turn my screen share off and let's come back together here. All right, so the list of adjectives that we had, again, we spent today kind of trying to work with the agreement part of it, making the words agree with who they're describing. One, two, singular, plural, masculine and feminine, right? We'll try to take that a little further with kind of writing a little more, or maybe not writing, but saying a little more extensively a better description of someone or something, using multiple words to describe as we move forward. Questions from today's stuff? Anybody have a question? Anybody feel like you still don't quite understand how that works? I think for the most part that you do. Using, again, starting with the base word. We always have a base word, which is masculine and singular. And then we can apply that to other people. If it's a girl, it becomes feminine. If it's two people, it becomes plural. And then it becomes masculine plural or feminine plural based on the base word. Okay. Okay, bueno. If nobody has any comments, questions, whatever, we are right at about perfect timing to knock it out. So questions, comments, goodbyes, adioses.